How you doing, folks? Welcome again to Wildlife Wednesday. Totaling 1,752 acres, Phoenix Park is the largest city park in Europe, and it's open to the public 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. It was first opened to the public in 1747, and although it took a while for the public to realise its availability, it soon became a favourite place for Dubliners to visit, relax, and enjoy a taste of country living in the heart of the city, particularly in summer. And during my childhood, no school holiday period was complete without a visit to the park. Although initially intended as a place of recreation and enjoyment for the citizens of Dublin, it soon became popular not only with people from other counties in Ireland, but also with visitors from all over the world. Nowadays, visitor numbers to the park are in excess of 10 million each year. The importance of the park to the people of Dublin in particular, and Ireland as a whole, cannot be overstated. It's home to our president and has been since what was then the Viceregal Lodge became Áras an Uachtaráin in 1938, and it has remained the presidential residence and workplace ever since. The park is also the location of Dublin Zoo, one of the oldest zoological gardens in the world, having opened its doors in 1831 as a private society funded by wealthy subscribers, until a radical decision was made in 1840 to admit the public for a penny on Sundays. Dublin Zoo has come a long way since those early days, now welcoming in excess of 1 million visitors annually. And when I was a child, no year was complete without the annual visit to the zoo. Áras an Uachtaráin and the zoo to one side, there's much more to see and do in the park. The park, for instance, is the location of many historical buildings, such as Farmley House, which is the official guest house for dignitaries visiting the state. It's also the location of the US Ambassador's residence and St. Mary's Hospital. Two other historical buildings within the park are headquarters to two of the most important institutions in the country: An Garda Síochána, our National Police Force, and Ordnance Survey Ireland, the National Mapping Agency. These buildings and the organisations they house, plus the many other buildings and monuments I haven't even mentioned, are worthy of far better coverage than I can give them here. And maybe at some stage in the future, I'll return to them. But for today, I want to concentrate on the park's famous fallow deer herd. When it was first established in 1662, Phoenix Park was opened as a royal deer park, and a herd of fallow deer was imported from England. Although they are not native to Ireland, fallow deer are, however, the most widespread species of deer in the country. They were first introduced by the Normans in 1244 to stock the Royal Deer Forest in Glencree, County Wicklow. Nowadays, the herd in Phoenix Park numbers around 600 animals and is maintained at this number by a yearly cull, this being seen as the optimum number for maintaining a healthy population within the park. And this annual cull is carried out for the welfare of the herd, because the deer no longer have a natural predator since the grey wolf became extinct in 1786. We have two other species of deer in Ireland, the red deer and the sika deer. Red deer is considered to be the only indigenous species, according to the Irish Deer Society, because they are believed to have survived our last ice age, or are the closest living population to the post-glacial native Irish red deer. Sika deer, on the other hand, was, like the fallow deer, introduced to Ireland, firstly to the Powerscourt estate in Wicklow in 1860, and then in 1865 a stag and two hinds were translocated to Muskgrass estate in Killarney, County Kerry. I may in some future episode of Wildlife Wednesday delve more deeply into all three species of deer. But for today, I have put together a short slideshow of the fallow deer of the Phoenix Park. But just before I invite you to view the slideshow, a word of warning from the Office of Public Works, which advises us to remember that the deer in the park are wild animals and must be treated as such. Keep at least 50 meters between you and the deer, and under no circumstances should you feed them. Dogs must be kept under control and on a lead for the safety not only of the deer, but also for your dog. They have many other rules regarding the deer which are posted in the park on their website, but I just thought I'd mention the main ones here. For now, I invite you to take a look at the slideshow, and I hope you enjoy it. Well, thanks again for watching Wildlife Wednesday, folks. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and if you did, I'd be grateful if you'd give it a like and subscribe to my channel. And when you do, don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified every time I upload new content. Till next week, stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, and continue to maintain social distancing. You never know. The life you save may be your own. Take care, folks. Bye.